What's up? I've been waiting for, the right time to make a video for myself. And I think this might be the right time. It's been a minute. And a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of good things have happened since we last talked. And let me tell you, some of the greatest gifts in life come after some of the lowest times in your life. And man, I've been busy, real busy. So much so to the point I haven't even had a chance to even make YouTube videos anymore, which has been a blessing, but I miss it. I do miss making the YouTube videos. So we're gonna bring it back. Best thing I can do, or only thing I can think to do, is to take you guys with me. I've been all over the country at this point, and in room with people I watch on TV at this point. It's been an unbelievable journey. And I make this video as a landmarker to myself first, and then also to try to encourage somebody who may be going through a difficult time in their life. And I mean this in all sincerity, because I lived it and I'm still climbing up. So my first video back, it's gonna be raw and it's gonna be real quick, straight to the point. I'm a perfectionist, so my vlogs and the stuff that I want to do, if I had my way and I had the time to do it, man, it would be drones, beaches, trips and stuff like that. But normally when I'm filming now and doing those types of things, I'm filming for a client, so I don't have any time to do something for myself, which that's the plan. I'm going to try and change that 2023. So you heard it here first. 2023, we're coming back with the vlogs, taking you on the journey. Pull the black mama back out and just spend time with my bros that are still here. Life is good. So that's my first thing to myself, is to get back to making something for myself. And also, like I said, to make a landmark point in this journey to reference back. Because when I look back at the last videos that I was making, I was at a very low point in life, and it seemed like, the world or the walls were caving in. It seemed as if all was lost, and I really began to fall into, I really began to battle with depression. And it was from that point when I hit a mental rock bottom, not a financial rock bottom, not a anything else, but it was really a mental rock bottom. And I can remember being in a very, very low place. And I don't want to go into specifics because this is supposed to help somebody else. So if I could give anybody any type of advice, of anybody who's in a low place or dealing with some type of depression, or you feel like if you feel like there's no point in continuing on in life, or if you feel overwhelmed at the fact that life is just flying by, if you feel overwhelmed that you're getting older, if you feel overwhelmed and it seems like because this is what I was going through. I have to really, because I've been so busy, I haven't really just been able to reflect. So we'll take this time to reflect. I used to feel really, really overwhelmed and alone. Overwhelmed at how fast life was progressing, how much older I was getting, and I didn't really feel accomplished. I didn't feel like I was actually fulfilling something or making something happen or making something of myself that would leave a legacy or that could actually help anybody besides myself in that current moment. That's how I felt. And when you really sit back and think about, man, what do I have to show for in life? I really didn't have anything. And, you know, I was really, really deep into certain hobbies, certain lifestyles, which was cool. It taught me a lot. And it's a part of my life. It's a part of something that made me who I am. But I really, really gave my all into that, to the point, so much so that I was distracted, that I wasn't focused. So I say that to say, if you're overwhelmed with life, if you're depressed, or you feel like the decisions you've made have cost you, you know, hope, or cost you what you feel like you may have lost tomorrow, that's not the case. You've got to really be honest with yourself, though. You cannot care about trying to continue to impress people. You cannot care about what other people think. You've got to really look yourself in the mirror, and you've got to address those things that you don't want to look at. You've got to face yourself and say, hey, I don't like this. This is why. This is why I do this, or this is why I do that. And really check yourself on it. Like, you really got to be honest with yourself and deal with the cold hard facts of what is you. And then from there, it's one step at a time. If you try to think about everything that you have to do, or everything that you didn't do, or that you should do, or that you could do, you'll stay in that state. You'll stay stuck right there. But if you really take one step, say, hey, today I'm gonna go to the gym. And I'm really gonna work on going to the gym. If I can knock out 21 days of going to the gym, if I can knock out 21 days of going to the gym, then that's one goal. And then you'll just keep going out of habit, however many days it takes. Go to the gym, start working on yourself, and you'll realize that if you work on yourself physically, it will help you health-wise and also mentally, as it helped me. And then also write down what you want to do. I think that's where life changed for me. I remember being sick. I had COVID-19. Was it 2020? I don't even remember the year. It's been like, time just flew by, and it feels like yesterday, but so much has changed in my life. But I remember having COVID, and I was really, really down. Man, I was still riding. I was still in the club. I was still doing what I was doing. But COVID-19 got me, and I was just stuck, and I was quarantined. And I remember writing down what I wanted to do with my life. I remember saying that I wanted to film. I remember saying that, and I still read this off to this day. So it kind of goes to the effect of this. I won't get too personal, but just from a goal for film-wise, I'll just give you that. It basically says that I film movies, I film commercials, I film music videos, I film NFL, NBA games, I film college games, and I'm a very successful film person. I have a film company. And then it goes on and it lists everything that I want in my life, as far as home, family, as far as every little detail that I want. And I began to speak that out loud every day, every day, every day. And as you look up and you start following that, and you start filming, and you start with small things, maybe going to hang out with your friend who's a photographer, and you just film behind the scenes. And it grew from that, and it just grew into weddings, to companies, to music videos, to galas, to art, to all types of things. And that's where I'm at now. So as I was speaking those things, they started happening, and they're still happening. So I say this to you: go to the gym, and then be honest with yourself. Get ugly. Get down to the root of who you are and what you want to be, and then write out your plan. And then you follow through with the plan, one step at a time. It just doesn't happen. But as you speak it, it begins to open up for you. I wish I could be more like, I'm trying to like, if I had somebody to talk to like right here face to face, I'd probably be a lot better at it. But I really want to help somebody, man. Like, you can't tell me, like 2 years ago, I was, what? 2 years ago, even up until this year, I was like 40 pounds heavier. And I go to the gym every day now. I've dropped 40 pounds, still going. I really didn't like myself back then. You know, I just had a title or position that I had to fulfill, and that keeps you distracted. Having to be everything for everybody keeps you distracted from actually being who you're supposed to be. And it took some weird stuff for me to finally see that. It took so-called brothers, you know, falling out with them. It took people who I looked up to as mentors saying they didn't mess with me. And when I look back, it's like that was the best thing they could have said. Thinking that people that you look up to don't really give two about you. That was probably the best thing for me to hear from them, so they don't care about you. And I think that for them to say they don't F with me at that time, it put a battery in my back to be like, all right, bet. If I give you 110% for something that I didn't even start, if I give you 110% blindly, and I'm leading other people to, and encouraging them to give 110% for you and for an organization that I don't have anything, I'm not getting anything out of monetarily. It was just kind of like, all right, bet. So it's for you to say you don't mess with me like that, it was kind of like the battery in the back. It was like, all right, bet. I will never, ever invest my energy, my time, my money, my resources, sacrifice my relationship with my family, my loved ones. I'll never do that again for anybody else. No company, no organization, no entity. I will never give 100% more to them than I give myself, or give to something that I'm building. And in this case, I took that energy, I redirected it into my film. Here we are today. I'm sitting like, y'all don't understand, man. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm motivated, I'm hungry, I'm focused. So, make sure, this is the last part of it, make sure that you're not distracted. Make sure that you're not allowing your hobbies and things that people have you tied into. Don't think that you have to do something all the time for them, because if you continuously do something for them all the time, you're not gonna have no time for yourself. And if you don't have time for yourself, you'll never reach your full potential. You'll never actually walk the face of the earth and be what you're supposed to be. And that's something that I couldn't live with. And I think that's probably why I was overwhelmed, why I was depressed, because something wasn't hitting. I've got a long way to go. I know I've got a long way to go, but I'm embracing at this point, because I don't have a choice. Life goes on. You get older. You got to get wiser. You got to get smarter. You got to be more specific and what is intentional? Yeah, you've got to get very, very specific and intentional with your moves. Who you entertain, where you go. That's what I got. So this is raw. The fun stuff is coming, I promise you. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I know that holiday times is coming up. I used to struggle with that. So just something, it's 1 o'clock here, 1 o'clock in the morning. and I need to be in bed. I gotta film a big event tomorrow. But something just made me want to talk to y'all. I'm probably not even gonna cut or edit or nothing. Man, I hope y'all doing all right. Y'all be safe. I know y'all riding still. I've been so busy, man. Like life make you move differently, man. Like I be thinking like, all right, I've got this contract I gotta fulfill, film wise. Like I can't risk something happening to me and I can't make it. So I have to move a lot smarter. I'm bringing the Black Mamba out. Like I've got some trips planned. I've got some stuff planned, and I don't want to say coming soon, cause I could lock in another deal and I'm stuck again. So, but I just want to say, man, life is what you make it, and it's crazy because life will humble you. It will humble you in a way that's painfully beautiful. Painfully beautiful, yeah, painfully beautiful. And I say that because sometimes in the pain, it's painful at one point in time. But when you look back and you get through it, because you'll get through it, when you look back, you're like, dang, had that not happened, I wouldn't be here. So sometimes you gotta endure the pain. Because if you endure the pain, you get to the other side and you'll look back and say, that was why. So to everybody that gave up on me, to everybody that doubted me, to everybody that, turned their back on me, and maybe I was a jerk to them, or maybe I did them wrong. My apologies to you. But even if I didn't, and you kind of gave up, it is what it is. Because it's beautiful on the other end. So more power to you. Y'all keep your head up. Y'all stay focused out here. I'm so serious about that, man. I know, and I keep circling back to that. But y'all gotta understand, most people will never, ever, ever reach their full potential because they're too busy sidetracked by secondary activity, secondary lifestyles. And it's real, if you know that there's more for you out here, and if you're one of them people that you lay in the bed at night, you're like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Like there's gotta be more. If you feel like there's more for you, then I guarantee you that there is. But you've got to be honest with yourself and realize where you're distracted at. Redline Legends. I might even put the logo up again. I ain't seen that logo in a minute. That's crazy, bro. I wish I could show y'all the stuff I'm working on. Maybe one day. Peace out.